Good morning and welcome to the program Perspectives. This morning on the program Perspectives, we're looking at what is coming out at national and state levels, and that's talking about preparation for 2023 elections. It's hot now, and of course, the signals and what is showing up now is that it could just go either way. And when I say either way, it could just be maintaining status quo for the present administration, or, a shift from, what's been happening. And so a newcomer could just be there on the saddle. So what's it like in Kaduna State? Another hot bed or hot zone of political activities in the country. Now, what we're seeing is that the principal now, so to say, or the man on the saddle, has done so much, they would say, and this may come from viewers from all sides, to say that we're still having a facelift in Kaduna State. Kaduna State, for those that know the state very well, would say that there have been changes, and of course, changes that have come would be good changes or the other way. Yeah, it could just be your own thoughts here. Well, let's just stay with Kaduna State and see what opposition is doing in Kaduna State. And when I mean opposition, and a strong opposition as it is, would be the PDP, and what it is, giving out or saying that it's time that we take back, what we gave out. And so taking it back and having someone at the seat there would mean a lot of things. But I'm staying with someone, and of course, it's all part of what's been going on and what's been playing out in Kaduna State. We do know that for Kaduna State, we're having contenders, and they're coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could just go on naming them. But would the cap fit? Let them wear it. And so, this morning, on this program, my guest is Vincent Bodam. Vincent Bodam is the Chancellor of Gurara Forum. He is member of the Central Working Committee of Muhammed Sani CD Governorship Campaign Organization. Now, that's another name, a new name, not a name that we of course, with Muhammed Sani CD, we know that he is has been a commissioner for works in Kaduna, and also from a two-time Director General, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. He is among the 6 aspirants vying for the governorship of Kaduna State. Sani CD. Not a new name, But again, let's look at him in his person and what he hopes to bring in or bring on in Kaduna State. Vincent Bodam, good morning. I'm glad to have you here.
I'm so glad to be here again.
Yes, and I'm taking you on another forum now. The past times that you've been here, we've been talking about, what has been playing out, on the political scene. But this time, it's a different ball game altogether because, of what you are doing and what you're into.
Yeah.
Sani CD.
Yes.
Can we take a peep into Sani CD's blueprint?
Yeah.
What is it bringing to this, table differently from what we have on ground now?
Yes. Before we delve into that, I would like to. You said he's new. He's not new. Sani CD was not just a commissioner of works during Nemadi tenure. He was handling over 4 ministries at that time because of the trust the governor had for him at that time, and his belief in his capacity and capability to carry out duties diligently. After which he now got appointed as the DG of NEMA, which you rightly said. He did 2 terms, okay, which is rare. We all know what's happening in NEMA. Most people, when they get there in a short while, they're kicked out and all that. But he was there for 2 terms. Even when the Buhari regime came in, he was still there and he was left there. After which he now became the director of the International Red Cross in the West African region. As we speak, he is a consultant on humanitarian affairs in the United Nations. He's well educated. He has a Harvard certificate, and he's an OFR. That makes him a national figure already. So when you look at it, locally he has done well, nationally he has done well, and he did well also internationally. So he fits what we're looking for in the PDP. We've been looking for somebody without any blemish, without any problems anywhere, and we found one. And I expect that people in the PDP know that which is right. It's not enough to just give a ticket or the ticket to just anybody. No. We want somebody who will get the ticket and win our elections for us. We don't want somebody who will get the ticket and lose elections. It has happened before. We can't afford that at this time. So Sani City is coming with a different, he's the only one I've seen with an agenda. And I'm going to read them out for you here. You asked it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So, his agenda is simple: to fight banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, and other crimes. In other words, insecurity. To address farmers, herders clashes, and communal crises. To promote community policing, to promote religious harmony and peaceful coexistence. Now, on education, innovation, and entrepreneurship, to provide free basic education, subsidized secondary and tertiary education, to promote youth and women empowerment, to support small and medium enterprises, SMEs. On agriculture, he intends to give food security, to provide farm inputs and implement for the tools for the agriculture, to address issues of climate change. Then on health, to provide quality health and care delivery system in primary, secondary, and tertiary facilities. Rural and urban development, to provide infrastructure that is cottage industries, roads, water supply, and power generation. And then human resource development, efficient civil service, effective tax administration, and war against corruption and poverty. Those are his plans for the state.
Now, before going deeper into this discourse this morning, I just like to take on the PDP party again in the state.
Yes.
Now, here's one party that it's been factionalized.
I don't think so.
Well, again, because I'm saying this, taking it out from, I had a guest on the program a few days ago, and he hinged on the struggle, so to say, maintaining status quo of the PDP and some new entrants who want to make a difference. You talked about that too. Yes, you want a contender who can pick the ticket and deliver with no blemish.
Thank you so much.
If have you sorted out the internal wranglings going on with the party?
Of course, it's typical with most political parties in Nigeria to have camps. In the PDP in Kaduna, I don't want to look at it as factionalized. I want to see it as a party with different camps. Of course, there are aspirants in the party, and if I belong to a particular camp of one aspirant and somebody else belongs somewhere else, that means we're in two different camps. That is not to say we're factionalized. We're working towards achieving one aim. At the point after the primaries, we're going to now pick a candidate, and then everybody will now rally around that candidate to see that we deliver. Now, you talked about new entrants. You see, between the APC and the PDP, you see people moving ship from one ship to another all the time. In 2014, Issa Ashiru was in the APC. In fact, if you see some clips where he insulted the PDP and so on, it's so embarrassing. Then after he lost out in the APC primaries, he now came back to the PDP. It happened also to Sani City, my principal. In 2019 rather, he lost the primary also. He went back to the APC even as a passive member. He never had a card with the APC. And he was doing things with us in the PDP, I can tell you that. Because of, I don't want to bring the issues I brought about that, but it happened. He came back strongly also to his darling party, which is the PDP, and he intends to run for the gubernatorial seat. And people like us have seen that this is the man to deliver. This is the man to sell to the populace, to the electorates, that if you're looking for quality, if you're looking for someone who can deliver the goods, this is the man to do it. We shouldn't be looking at somebody who has been tossed around, who has been tossed around in law courts, who has been pointed at. A finger is being pointed at him for so many shady things around. We want somebody near to clean. And Sani City fits that bill. He's the round pole in a round hole for me. And for any right-thinking PDP member, that's the man to rally around.
The former vice president,
Yes.
Atiku Abubakar,
Yes.
Took a peep into what was happening at national and state level, and particularly now, let me refer and stay with Kaduna State, that
Yes.
what happened in the last elections, that PDP could have won, and...
Toyin, I think you're trying to drag me into one controversy I don't want to say on air. Actually, because so many things happened in 2019, and this is even one of them. Yes.
So, if it was a mess,
yes,
has it been cleaned and cleared up?
it can never go away.
Mm.
It can't ever go away because fingers have been pointed. We haven't had any serious defense of those allegations. All right, only some feeble defenses here and there, and we have realized that look, a lot of people are as guilty as charged. Yes, and it cost us the elections.
Let me take you on your principal.
Yes.
Your principal is from Kaguru.
No.
Kagarku, sorry.
Correct.
Kagarku local government.
Yes.
That's in the southern part of Zone 3 or in the southern part of Kaduna.
That's right.
And we're talking about the power shift here.
You know, if you look at it, so many people have come from different zones, but they've contested under Zone 2. You can look at Nemadi, who is from Zone 1, but he contested under Zone 2. Even El Rufai today is from Zone 1, but he contested under Zone 2. Sani City, yes, is from Zone 3, he's contesting under Zone 2. So Zone 2 is basically like home to just everybody. So he is from Kagorgo originally, yes, but he's contesting under Zone 2. That's the situation at the moment.
We have a clear situation about who he will be running with in Kaduna State. And let me look at the party, the APC.
Yeah.
And what it had done, what it is still doing. And the Malam Nasir El-Rufai's administration's signature tune, or what it's known for. We talk about urban renewal, and infrastructural development. All sectors of the economy, he had worked on it and all that. And so here is a man, that changed the face of Kaduna as some people's views, and some would say positively or the other way. But again, it's giving Kaduna a new look.
Yes.
And here's the man who's brought out or fingered who he wants as governor or to continue for continuity's sake, and that's the senator. Some people say it's imposition, and of course we're having all sorts.
You're talking about Ubasani?
Yes.
Okay.
And seventh senator, so to say.
Yes.
And a man that Malam is comfortable with to say that yes, you can drive this car, you can move it forward. That's the man. So with your principles, Sani CD, and all you've lifted, can he change, the solid, grounds that this administration has put down?
What you just said is relative. The solid part you're talking about is relative. You collected a humongous amount of money, and you said you're going to do something with it. You have no choice but to do it. So, if you give me, Vincent Bodam, such amount of money, and you ask me to...
Your principal hopes to collect that kind of money too.
No, we can't weigh down the state with so much debt. We can't. We can't afford to. Kaduna State is not that strong. It's not Lagos State or River State that you can collect so much money and expect to stand for so long. You understand what I'm saying? So much money has been collected. Now the onus is to pay back the debts. Even though it's spread for a bit of time, but it's still going to affect the fortunes or the coffers of the state, whether or not we like it. Now, coming back to the choice of the APC, like you wanted to bring up, to some of us, it came to us as a surprise, considering the way and manner the governor has always wanted somebody with so much brains, with so much education, to not come up with somebody with very, very humble educational qualifications.
That's how fair can that be? Yes, because he is educated, like it or not. I mean, how strong that is, it cannot be an issue here. No, well educated too, not just, you just said humble.
I said humble because, of course, if you check out his qualifications, he has humble educational qualifications.
Is that what leads to performance? Does that give
no, we're looking at the impression
on matters on governance?
Well, that's a different kettle altogether. I'm looking at how the governor has given us this impression of, look, it's either you're very educated or not.
That's the PDP's way of looking at it.
Yeah, well, PDP is more into performance. Who can perform, who can do it. We are not so very particular about having a Harvard degree and all that. All right? But we have somebody now who is leaning towards people with such high educational qualifications. And suddenly he is handing to us somebody with humble educational qualifications. So some of us rather are saying to ourselves, there must be something that we are not seeing. There's more to it than meets the eye. So I don't want to go into their issue. They know what they're doing, and I'm sure we know what we're doing as well. But like I'm saying, my principal, Sani CD, for me, is the best for the PDP. Because with the Sani CD governorship, we will not be dragged to any court cases. We won't go to any Supreme Court. We're scared that what happened in Bielsa might be the case here. So why don't we advise ourselves in the PDP and do the right thing?
Your principal is coming into this race, some people say, rather late.
No, he's not. What's late about it? In 2019, Isashu came just a couple of months before the primary.
And then the other contenders that he has to slug it with.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
And yes, for these contenders, they're strong ones too. Chances
there
here.
Are contenders and there are pretenders. Okay? We know who is strong and who is the frontline contender. And we know those who are just pretending. In every competition, there are people like that. So in my opinion, in the PDP, there are two strong contenders. Sani CD and Issa Ishiwu. Let's give it to him. Okay? But who is better is what we're looking at. Who won't bring us any issues is what we're looking at. Who we know has the experience, who has gone places, who knows where to reach out is what we're looking at. And Sani CD fits that bill. Except people are trying to... and I want to say something here, Toyin. In my party, we have juggernauts in the party who curiously are not interested in us winning elections. They know that the person they're pushing might not win elections.
I was going to get to that.
Wait a minute. You're going to get
to that. Yes, because you just mentioned them. The power brokers.
The power brokers. The powers that be.
That be, yes. So,
But we have the interest of the people at heart. We want them to have PDP in power because PDP is an umbrella kind of party that touches the lives of people. But if you push somebody has issues, then we have to ask you questions. Why are you pushing this particular aspirant all the time in front? Why?
Is politics as transparent as you're making me want to believe, or you
can make it as transparent as you want it, and you can also block it if you want it. So if you block it, it means you have something up your sleeve. Now, some of us in the party are beginning to wonder why will you be promoting a particular aspirant when we know that there are issues flying around the head of these aspirants. Why would you be doing that? Unless you want us to lose. Why do you want us to lose? Because you don't want to be irrelevant.
At what point can this be settled? I mean, before...
It's not too late, actually. It's not too late.
And how do you...
It can be settled even on the day of the primaries. Oh, yes. So, but I sometimes we sit back and wonder why this is going on.
You've been going around.
Yes.
You're going around the state, and canvassing and
talking to delegates.
Yes. Now,
most of them
what are you getting? What are you getting from the field?
Positive response. We tell them, why do you think somebody is being pushed and pushed when we know, and you know too, that there are issues surrounding this person? No matter how much they try to clean and wash, you know how it means when you want to wash a pig, you keep washing and washing it. It keeps getting dirty and dirty. That's what happens. You keep trying to wash this person, but still, these things won't just go away.
That you've resolved at this point that Sani CD fits into what this arrangement. I mean, again, I'll still come back to the power brokers.
Go ahead.
Because they are, you cannot do away with them.
You can't wish them away. That's correct. You can't
wish them away.
Everybody must have power brokers.
And so very powerful that, again, they have their choices. And so just mere members and in the party. How much of can you?
What muscle do we have?
Yes, what muscles and how much can you shift?
Is the numbers that we're hoping to get to shift. They are few, as you well know, but like you said, also they're powerful. When you put people in the right places, you become powerful. Even though there are lots of people behind who can actually push you out if they want to. That's what we're looking at. We're talking to a lot of people to make them understand that we should not, in the PDP, present anybody that has any issue whatsoever. We are not interested, people like me in the PDP are not interested at all with anybody that has any issue whatsoever to come and present himself that he intends to serve the state. Because it's going to affect us whether or not we like it. It has happened in Bielsa. It was looking okay in the lower courts. As soon as it got to the Supreme Court, everything changed. Is that terrible? It's horrifying to even think that after going through these years of opposition and after working this hard, then something nasty happens. Fire go catch pocket now.
Program is Perspectives this morning, and we're looking at the political terrain at national, come back to state level. And of course, attention is focused on what is coming out in Kaduna State and talking about the PDP, strong opposition to matters of governance in the state. Now, the PDP wants to come back, and it is, canvassing for a candidate that this candidate may just be the one that can make the difference. And sharing thoughts with me on matters of this morning's program is Vincent Bodam. He's top member of canvassing and campaigning for this principal of his, Sani Sidi, who wants to take the ticket and be the one for Kaduna State. Well, what will change? We're still talking about it. We'll go for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll shed more light on issues that has to be taken care of.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Are you serious? Victor FM.
We are the station that all the stations listen to. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Welcome back. Here's the program Perspectives this morning, and we're looking at the state and, of course, the changes that we may want in the state. And of this morning, particular attention is on Muhammed Sani Campaign and of the PDP, and the need to have him, on board as the bearer or flag bearer for governorship in the state. And sharing thoughts with me on his principal is Vincent Bodam. Vincent Bodam is the Chancellor of Gurara Forum. He's also a member of the Central Working Committee of Muhammed Sani Campaign governorship campaign organization. And so Muhammed Sani is the main man that we're talking about. Now, Vincent, let's just look at what is coming out of the state. The state is where our attention is this morning, and this goes for national too. That the ruling party, the APC, for the years it's been running the show, we've seen what is coming out, and for some people, and that's talking about the electorate, they would have formed their minds on maintaining status quo or going for a change. It would depend on what the electorate would want. For you, and going round as you have done, what are you telling the people on why, you want Sani Sidi and why you want to change?
Muhammed Sani Sidi is going to do his very best in so many areas, like I read out to you in the agenda. In fact, sometimes I sit back and I wonder what exactly will the APC be telling the electorates? That they have done well in security, or that they have done well in the economy, or they have done well in education, or they have saved people's lives in health? What is it? What is it the electorates will hear from them that will make them vote them?
First time they were there, second time around they're here. And so what's wrong with that?
Well, during the advert period, I told you I was in the market because I wanted to do a little survey. My wife is always complaining about how things are really tough in the market and all that. A kilo of beef that we used to buy 700 naira in 2015 was 2,500. I was like, are you kidding me? He said, Oga, will you buy or not? And I was forced to buy it. Now, if things are so costly, cost of living is that high, but the standard of living is low, or the people cannot have the wherewithal to purchase these things anymore. Life has really, really gone down with people. Every day we hear stories of banditry, kidnappings, murder, and all that. Things are just going awry in the country today. So when I sit back and I look, I said to myself, what exactly will they be telling the people to make them vote them back? So for me, I'm happy to be where I am in the PDP because I believe that we've watched these things, we've read these things, we've seen these things, and believe me, we're going to do a lot better. The economy is going to pick up once again. GDP is going to rise once again. And people will not be crying like they're crying every day anymore. Because any serious-minded politician should get down and work. We've heard the governor of Kaduna State telling us that, yes, government knows what to do, but they're not doing it. That's self-indicting, and it's not his fault. is beyond him. That's why, out of frustration, he made those statements. And I feel for him because, of course, he wants to do it, but he cannot. So we need to put somebody there that can do it and will do it. I'm talking about federal level now. Because if we have a CNC who is not committed to these things, of course they're going to go the way they're going. But if he is, and he stamps his foot, it's going to work. You have to give marching orders, and if you don't do what I've told you to do, I'm going to sack you. You have to threaten people with sack for them to work sometimes. You're a general manager, Mr. T. You know these things very well. Nobody wants to get sacked. So if my job is under threat, for whatever reason, I'm going to sit up. Unless, of course, I have another job, a better one for that matter.
Let's also look at it from the, still in Kaduna State, what we're saying. From the, you've traveled, you've gone round, you know, in your campaign to meet the people. Now, there are issues about, Kaduna State. And, issues come from, regions and where we are, what religion we are into, how do we feel even the pains that we're going with. With some people, it's okay, we can, weather the storm, so to say, and all of that. Is this not going to be an issue for you, presenting Sani CD too? Yeah. Are there issues again that will surround that?
Sani CD is very aware of what's going on with the security problem. He understands the intricacies of these things very well. When you sit with him and you talk with him, you understand that he knows what he's saying. He understands the security issues, and he understands what is there to do to solve these things. Like I said earlier on, commitment is what matters here. If you're determined to, this is a problem that can be solved. There is no problem that cannot be solved, actually. So if this problem lingers and keeps lingering and keeps lingering, and it's getting worse, then something's wrong somewhere. All right? He has said in his agenda, he will encourage community policing. But I also want to clear a little bit of doubt here. We are actually meeting delegates at this point, not the electorate.
Yes.
So the delegates are the ones who are trying to explain to them that, look, if you give this man the ticket, he intends to do very well for you.
Of all the five contenders?
Course, yes. For me, he fits the bill. All right? So we're meeting delegates, and because we need the ticket first, in order for us to meet the electorate. So the delegates have to understand that we need to present somebody worth our while, somebody who is capable, somebody who has capacity, somebody without any blemish whatsoever, somebody who has not stained his name in anything. And Sani City is it.
I'm meeting with delegates too. Here's the pointer, or the big one that we hold. We all do know that, again, this might have to do with rub your back, I rub my back, and stuff like that. What I mean is that the money bags that we've talked about, the influencers and the power brokers too, can have their say on this matter.
The power brokers in the PDP don't like spending their own money. In fact, they don't spend their money. They don't. Because what they've done is to put people in some places they feel they can just control. And then everything is done their way. The money comes to them. They don't go after money. Yes. So tell me, Mr. Toyin, would you want to vacate such a position? Seriously.
No, I'm not in your party, and I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm just posturing the question, actually.
Yes.
Many people wouldn't want to vacate such a position. And we understand these things. And we need to fight these things. We need to tell the delegates that, look, the truth of the matter is we need to present the right and capable candidate. Not somebody who is going around to defend himself. Yes, that's what's happening in the other camp. They need to defend themselves. We don't need to defend ourselves. We don't have any blemish. So they have the onus to try so much to wash themselves clean. And for me, there's absolutely no need for this. All right? So when you present a proper and right candidate, you don't have to wash him. Just sell him. And that's what Sani City is about.
Okay, so, all right, let me bring the audience into this conversation. This is of the PDP, and of course, the contenders that we have, 5 of them, big contenders, so to say, and who wants, the cap, to wear the cap, so to say.
Yeah.
And of course, it's meeting with the delegates now that could, that would make the difference. That the delegates would decide that yes, here's a man for us. Now you have this Muhammed Sani CD, and a man that has been a commissioner, has been, at the federal level. We've had him even in international circles too. That is making his waves there too. So for Kaduna State, with the PDP, with the opposition coming this time out and saying that let's do it, this way, and for Sani CD, we could just have the kind of change that we want. What are your thoughts here? And be part of this conversation on 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989, or 070 87 800 989, 070 87 800 989. And also join us on our Facebook page of Invicta FM 98.9. We get your calls now. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay.
I'm Kure by name.
Okay, Kure, all right.
Yeah, yes. Honestly, his candidate has spoken. He has a very good agenda. For me, issue of this banditry, kidnapping, it seems to me these people are keep on repeating itself. My reason is very simple. This guy keep on telling us that it's the government that brought them. So how will they eliminate them? So they should just give us a clear agenda that will take us wherever we want to go. We are not after that. The government should go and settle them. And secondly, I keep on saying it. The delegates should just bring a rightful candidate for us. Already, APC have already silenced them. APC have silenced themselves. So there is no too much campaign they should do. They should just bring a credible candidate. I'm not talking of Ashuru, because it's part of this thing that we have been passing through. So they should bring a rightful candidate. Otherwise, they should blame themselves. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
Kure, we're going on that. I'm still with your calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. Alabi.
Good morning.
And good morning to your place at the studio. Sir, yeah, in measuring what the science city has, when in nature health, in nature education, in nature other things, you measured one important thing which I'm a member. Close textiles in Kaduna, because that's one of the things that used to give us massive employment for the youth and the elders, and a lot of generation of revenue from there. What can he say? Is he omitting that? Because as I'm always saying in this data,
let's just quickly rush. Yeah, let's rush this, Comrade Gabriel. Let me just quickly rush this in. About what we're discussing. It's meeting with the delegates now. The delegates would have to say this is the man to represent us before we come back to the election.
Amen.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you, Gabriel.
We have suffered a lot, and we need change. Let PDP put their heart together, because for now, let me congratulate you in advance.
Thank you so much.
The Almighty God bless PDP in Jesus' name.
All right, yeah. You're not jumping the gun this morning, Comrade Gabriel. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Alabi.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning to our guest.
Yes.
My name is Musa Bala.
Yes, Musa Bala.
Yes, I want to thank your guest for letting us know that somebody have a very serious question to answer in PDP, and some interest in PDP are still pushing him to go in for it. Honestly, I hope they will be able to solve that problem, because we don't too much legal action about it. But about his candidate, please, even though he tried to mention some of his agenda, precisely, what is the core agenda, what is the core program of Sani CD if elected in Kaduna State? I just want to know the core and how do you intend to achieve it.
First of all,
Okay.
Am I supposed to answer that?
Yes, that's Musa Bala.
Okay, Musa Bala, thank you so much for the question. The primary responsibility of any government is security of life and property, and of course, the welfare of the people. If you are asking any responsible government, that is what any responsible government should actually do. Sani City's first priority is security. Sani City's second priority, or almost the same priority, is the welfare of the people. Once people are happy, of course, they can do so many things to help themselves. Once there is security, everything falls in place. So, majorly, the concern of sanity, the concern of any concerned citizen of this country, that there must be security first of all, and then the welfare of the masses. And basically, that's what Sani City is about, before anything else. And I believe that once we have that in place, we won't have any much problems. And I believe that we are going to work towards that.
All right. So for Comrade Gabriel, well, you wait until that time when Sani City would get there. But this point,
he will get there, inshallah.
All right. Okay. We're looking at the delegates and how to have the delegates say that the demand for them from the PDP would just be Sani City. I'm still taking your calls here. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes.
And good morning to your guests over there.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Your guests have spoken it all.
Your name, please?
Well, my name is Sam, calling from Kaduna here.
Sam, go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, the area of to bring a good governor in our country or state here in Kaduna especially, you see, if PDP should come up and do the real work, I think Shehu Sani is the man that can be able to stand with the present government to do what the people want, the people choice in this state. Because I believe Shehu Sani is a man that hates tribalism, sentiment, and the religious fanatics like that and other things. You see, if you give Shehu Sani opportunity, Kaduna State will be one of the greatest states we ever see and cherish more again. Then coming back in the security matters, I believe, just as I guess it said, you see, the issue of security have made every economic activities in this state go down. There's nothing that is moving. If only any government can come out today and say, it's tackling the security challenge. See, this great Nigeria is a place that we should invest and we'll repeat. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. All right, Sam there. Okay. Still with your calls. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Arokoyo.
Arokoyo. Right.
Good morning to your guest and good morning to you, Toyin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Your guest has spoken quite very well, and he has actually spoken the mind of the people regarding. He made mention of on what basis will APC base their campaign on this time. Is it still going to be on the basis of change that has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that it was a deceitful
slogan?
It was a deceitful propaganda. They had no any change in mind because what they actually changed, they changed the good to the bad. And we've seen it clearly. I don't know what they are going to base their campaign on again this time. And I think every other party other than APC has the upper hand to take hold of the state and also of the nation if they put their house in order. God bless your guests and God bless Kaduna State and Nigeria.
Amen in Jesus' name.
Thank you, Arukoyo. Okay, still with your calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Your guests have actually spoken.
Your name, please?
My name is Ereje, speaking from Kaduna.
Ereje, all right.
I am from the same local government with Sani City.
Okay.
And honestly speaking, I know him very well. He's a man of courage. And a man who said his word, he stand by his word.
Yeah.
He do what is actually when he know he said it, and never go back from it. Honestly speaking, your guests have spoken. Stand well, and may God help us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
All right, let me come back to you, Vincent.
Yes.
We've had some of the callers, and even making comparisons here too with candidates that may show face. But again, your reactions to some of the points raised.
Yeah, well, the other Ima, right, that was trying to sell his candidate, or rather his aspirant, Shosani. I wish him well. He's a member of the PDP too. So I wish him well, even though his campaign trail is not very known. It's like he has backtracked already. So we are looking at serious contenders. Like I said, they are pretenders and contenders. And Sani City fits a contenders category. So, like we all know, we have problems in the states. And these problems are surmountable. But it takes courage, like this last caller clearly pointed, that Sani City is a man of courage. That's what you need. Of course, left to me, the present governor of the state has courage too, but considering what's happening from the top, he can't do more than he has done.
What will change too? I mean, I'm just saying it.
That's why we need to change from the top to the bottom. Once we are able to do that, the electors have to know that we need to change the top and then the bottom. Once you do that, there will be a communication between the states and the federal government to wipe out these people that won't let us rest. We all know that they are white people. Of course they are. They are a ragtag army facing a very professional army, like the Nigerian army. Yet, they have been unsurmountable. Something is not right. People are not being sacked. People need to be sacked in order for these things, to stop. So we need to change the security architecture and the personnel when necessary. You cannot keep failing and you're still there. In some climes rather, if you are given an assignment like this that involves lives and you fail, you honorably resign. Here they don't resign and they don't get sacked. So tell me how we intend to win this war. Because, look, like I said, government knows what it needs to do, but they're not doing it at the expense of people's lives, and it's very sad. Now, the last, the train attack, the people are still in captivity, and the captors have said clearly that they don't need any money, that government knows what they want. They didn't disclose it, but they said the government knows what they want. Give it to us, and then we'll leave you alone. Government is mute about it. And Nigerians are not asking questions. Tell us what these people are talking about. We have no idea. You have an idea. Tell us. And if they want something and you can afford to give them to save this country, why don't you do that? So they can leave us in peace. So, but it depends on what they promised. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to change these old people. Let them go away. The PDP is not going to promise anybody anything. Once the electors vote us in, once we are voted in, and we promise to bring peace and stability in the country, we must be seen to do that. They claim that they were brought in, and they were promised some things. So, Toyin, I have no idea what it is. I listened to the video, I watched it too, and I discussed it with people, and they said they know what they're talking about.
Still up with your calls, yeah? We still can take one or two calls before we bring it to a close. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Mike Baba.
Okay, Mike, just stay away from your radio set and let's have...
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Hello?
Let's hear you now, yes.
Yeah, just have spoken very well. What we are saying now, PDP should put the house in order. We shouldn't allow things to go to shambles. And we must make sure that we are bringing in somebody who is going to match his words with action. Just like you said, we don't need cowards to govern this state. This state needs somebody who is equally up to the task to checkmate all this. Like what they said, or like what your guest has just said, that the bandits are saying, whatever the terrorists are saying, that the government knows what they want. Well, if the government knows what they want and they cannot act, then what's the need of allowing the government or the need to continue? So PDP should put its hands together and make sure it brings in a credible candidate. I have no single person in my mind, but they should bring their heads together and make sure that things are done amicably to bring us positive results. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Okay, one more, and then come back to our guest. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Hello.
morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, my name is.
I didn't get the name. Your name?
I'm calling from Gonigora.
Okay, let's hear you.
It's cracking.
Sorry, we're not getting ourselves clear here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Alabi.
Good morning.
The guest on the subject.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yeah, on to Bashir Seki calling from Rafunguza.
All right, Bashir.
Honestly, we heard about the Sani CD and the competence, the way the guest spoke about the Sani CD. Sani CD is a man of integrity and his competency. Sani CD is a man of, a kind of person that knows the problems of people. And I hope Sani CD, if he elected as a governor of Kaduna State, Sani CD will deliver a lot of things. Sani CD, we call upon, especially before this primary election, which is on 26th, I think, before this month, people will call our delegates and the ESCO that should please elect Sani CD to contest as governor in this Kaduna State, because Sani CD is competent among the confidence, is better among the others candidates.
Okay,
please,
Bashir.
This Bashir Saki from
All right,
Bashir.
All right, we got you, Bashir. Let's just quickly see what's coming out from our Facebook, and then we'll come to our guest. Yeah.
All right, we're live on Facebook at Victor FM 98.9. We have a message here from Jonathan George Gomez. He says, "Good morning, Mr. Toyin Alabi. My question for your guest is 1. What have his candidate done to assist in the current issues in Kaduna? 2. What has he said so far concerning the injustice going on in the state? 3. How does his aspirant plan to achieve all of these promises, considering the limited resources we have?" And then we have one here from Zachariah John Dam says, "PDP has been the problem of itself, the need to go on real strategies and work on the ground to see how they can get back to power, instead of always going on criticism and fighting themselves. Let them provide a formidable candidate that stand the heat in the politics of Kaduna State." And yes, that's
okay. All right. So, Vincent, just with the callers and what's coming out from
the first question from Jonathan George Gomez is asking what the candidate has done to assist in the current issues. He's not in power. He can only make comments. The people in power that should handle the issues, they were voted into power. The onus is on them, not somebody, an ordinary citizen like Sani CD at this time. So it's when it comes to power that you start asking questions like this, in my opinion. And then he went on to say, what has he said so far concerning injustice going on in the state? Saying and doing are two different things. The state government should do. They are the ones with all the parameters to do what they promised to do. If there's injustice going on in the state, they should address them. If there are problems bedeviling the state, they should address them. That's why we want the tickets, so that we can contest and address them. Oh, yes. So what other question is there again? Okay, this Zakaria was talking about PDP not putting its house in order, right? Well, people from the outside will not understand that in every political party, even the APC today, even with this choice of their aspirants, it's causing ripples in the party. So it's a normal thing to have wranglings in a political party, and the PDP is not an exception. At any rate, these are surmountable wranglings, and like I said earlier on, we're going to overcome them because we need to put our house in order that we get back this power.
Your last line here.
My last line is vote Sani CD. I'm talking to delegates at this time. When we get the ticket, we'll now come for the electorates. Thank you so much.
And that will just be about the size of it on the program Perspectives today, and talking about who the cap fits and who the delegates should look at and give the ticket to represent the PDP as a party to contest or to be there to contest with the the ruling party now. Vincent Bodam is sharing thoughts on his principle and what his principle can do. Vincent Bodam too, also known around too for his politicking and his thoughts on matters of politics. He's also a public affairs analyst. Remember, he's also the Chancellor of the Gurara Forum. He's is around, and we're wishing him the best, and wishing your principal too the best.
Thank you so much, Toyin.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. And thank you, Joy, for connecting us with the people this morning, and Wisdom, thank you for putting us in the pictures. We'll come back with perspectives tomorrow. Have a good day.
Let it linger as we feed your curiosity on 98.9 Invicta FM.